Let's leave that where it is. I need to make reinforced plate. So to do that, I need a... I need to get this upgrade. Right. We'll go down and get some copper and drop off some power. Might have even run out of power for a while ago. Collect a lot of leaves along the way. It looks like that's been turned off for a while. That's a shame. Hopefully we've got enough copper in there, enough wire. Since it doesn't actually use power, if it's idling, it doesn't use power. So it doesn't actually matter having that excess amount of stuff. Panz engineer, nice. I need quite a lot more subs, especially since we're like hemorrhaging both. I'm actually losing followers from the Slay the Spire players. They're like, oh, you don't play Slay the Spire anymore? They're not following you. Oh well, good riddance. But yeah, we'd need a. I can get rid of Spire. I already got rid of Spyros. Cable. I'm going to make my own cable. Ugh. It's using my wire, but I need my wire. Plate. Wire, cable. So we need 70 more cable. Means I need more copper. Well, let's see if can I chuck that in there?
Additional samples are required for R&D to continue developing a defense-oriented blueprint. The creature has been named Phacocoirus plumiuscata, or fluffy-tailed hog.
Okay. So we just let that one fill up. Oh, these do look like... Oh no, that's... guy. Move that. Oh, I guess not. Oh, I didn't line those up at all. Nice work, idiot. Alright, let's get the splitter here. Humpty Dumpty 39. How you been, man? Sea of Thieves? Has it still got good interest? That'd be a daily game. Does it have daily quests? Well, that's costing less power now too, isn't it? That's outputting it. They just added arena mode. Is that PvP? I'm not interested in PvP. Alright, so we got a bunch of materials back from that. Yeah, I got it like just over a week ago. Isn't that pretty? Man, okay. In between the sacks of concrete. So we get some copper wire from down here, pick up some leaves along the way. Copper wire. And the copper wire is really slow to make. Oh, I should check on the power supply down here, please. Plenty. What? Panztastic Satisfactory leaf foraging. Make those cables, and then we can get the next phase. I'm not 100% sure, McCall. I'd like to think there's an end game, because otherwise I'm going to get close to the end and be like, okay, what do I do now? It is in early access, so they might not have it all worked out exactly. The red button, dude.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated.
Alright, so what we want to build now is an assembler, is it? Okay, so what it's going to do, we're going to get that to make our reinforced iron plates for us. And it needs for that screws and iron plates. So we need to make screws as well. One of the things we can do is have one storage unit. You don't... you would have to do that because these storage units hold quite a lot. You could just have 3 things, like have this guy go into here and have that split into 3, and then have it split back into 1 storage unit, and then have that lead into the one thing to build off it, which might actually be better, actually. keeps things tidy. It's a lot less conveyor belts. Plus means we only have to go up to one store. It means that if you leave them running for a long time though, you can only ever have sort of like a smaller amount of stuff. We might tidy that up later, or we just leave it the way it is. Anyway, what do we want to do to get this? Oh, I'm going to get that thing taken off the list. It's a crafting survival game. It will never see the release, like Rust and Ark, etc. I don't know. It's sold really well because the survival's really not. Like there's no. There are some enemies in here that can kill you, but they don't really, and you don't have to go for food. But look at Subnautica released, and they're working on a second. Is the second one released, or is it still in early access? The ice cold thing. So I need modular frames, rotors, and cable. Ark released, didn't it? I mean, it wasn't very good, but... Okay, modular frames. Oh, I need to make another thing that's going to make screws. What's that I need to make then? I need to make... Dang it. Alright, let's get the screw... Is there a button that I can clear my to-do list? That'd be really cool if you could clear the to-do list. Assembler, okay. Let's get rid of the assembler from the to-do list. Oh, you can clear it. Alright, so what I want to do is make another constructor, and this one's going to be for screws. So I need 3 reinforced plate for that and 2 cable. We can make the 2 cable right now, let's do that. Alright, I should... Alright, okay. I'm going to... More reinforced iron plate. In Factorio, you actually started like you would make an assembly line that makes constructors for you, so you could just walk over and grab constructors off the shelf, type of deal. You can't do this here because you've got to actually put them down, but the reinforced iron plate now then. Yeah, I don't know if I could add a Morpica though. I'm thinking maybe. How does it compare to Factorio in my opinion? I like the 3D aspect. I think it gives it a nicer feel, to be able to walk around, plus the way you can rotate stuff is really cool. The shopping list, Factorio has a simplification, which I noticed straight away, where if I want to make like a tier 3 item, I can just make it, you know what I mean? Whereas this one, you actually have to produce all of the tier 1, then the tier 2 items, and then make the tier 3. And I like that better. I know the simplification, people like it because you don't have to go through that process. But I think that is the crux of the game, is making the stuff. So just being able to make a higher level item because you've got an assortment of the base level things, it kind of takes that, what do I need to make next, out of it. I'm making 3 of these. Factorio seemed to have a bit more of a guiding, I wouldn't call it a story, but the way the missions were set up, whereas the missions in this is very free-flowing. Plate needs 72 screws. Okay, so we need to make a screw factory. That's what I was doing first. To do that, I need to make screws to make a constructor so I can make a screw factory. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So now I need my own iron ore. Do I have some? You just can't rush in this game either. Like, I mean, you can try, I guess. I've been going fairly fast paced. I think the thing in Factorio though was you needed to have your factories making bigger components, and you need to be making components of components. And I just gave the example, like I'm making a constructor here, which is going to turn. I'm going to use it to make screws. I've been manually making my screws for a little bit because I didn't. I've had no reason to have a screw maker yet. What do I need for that? Iron rods. I could just go get iron rods out of the thing. That's okay. Whereas now I can see that I'm going to need a screw maker. Now, screws take iron rods. So what I've got to be careful of is that if I put a constructor in front of here, it'll only make screws. And I don't want that. So I need to work out. I want to make some screws. Oh, that's storage. That's making plates. So I either make another one that makes rods and screws, or I split the. I think I split the thing here. And we put two of them in there, and one of them comes out here. Let's do that. What's going to happen when I break this down? All my stuff going to disappear. So we're going to have to make a splitter here. But I'm going to want two of them going to the storage. Oh, that one can go there. I'd have to have a merger as well. Maybe I just do another one from scratch. Split that first one. Let's do that from the smelter then. Alright, let's put this back. What was it? It was a storage. So I want a single storage. I do want a single storage. Let's get a merger then. Or I can have tri-storage. Try storage for now. No, we're just not going to need it. Alright, let's put storage back. Conveyor merger. Let's put those in there for now. Alright. Help. Stuck. Alright, so I need another one of those. I'm gonna need 2 of those. I guess that's fine. I need a swap. Probably not. Better. Okay. So I need to get 2 things here. Structures. Move that for now. No, alright. Oh, I need... Maybe? Let's put it in. Can't afford it. I need another reinforced plate. So I need... bunch more reinforced plates. I wonder if it is better to have single lines instead of consolidating lines like that. Okay, so I can make 2 constructors. Nice. I get a good enough spot for it, should be fine. I need to move the power pole. No, I can put it there, I guess. Encroaching on others' clearance, really? That one will go. Right. This one's going to make steel rods. So we have 2 things making steel rods. Oh, iron rods, sorry. And then that one's going to make screws. Power-wise, I'm putting power for this. We need power for there. Let's assume it's not an end of the line. Does it have to be an end of the line? Let me up there. Oh. One, 2. Okay, so I don't like this shared power thing. Rejig the power. Better. More power lines anywhere.